And like I always say, since I like it so much, play it again. All right, all right. So today we are doing NBA talk. Normally I would have a regular guest who's, well versed, but nah, I couldn't do that today. I'm pretty sure you guys who are following SportsDaddyTv know that we are about sports. We're about family first. And it's a bunch of fathers who love their sons and their daughters and their kids. Doesn't matter. SportsDaddyTv is about love, period. Loving your family. So my son has seen me do this show, and I say about 70, 80 times. So he's always talked about wanting to come on, and we always hit and miss. He's got school, I got work. But now my son created his own NBA tiers and wants to talk about a little bit of NBA from his point of view. And you know what? Some of his takes, I'm definitely not mad at him. So, for the first time on SportsDaddyTv, and as you guys know, Joey Two Alex, here is Xavier Guzman.
Hello, everybody.
All right. So, as you're over there eating your Cheetos and drinking your juice, I want to ask you about your tiers that you created. Okay? Now, I can see it because I'm looking at it. But before we talk about it, I want to show it to the people who are watching the show. So let me go ahead and drop it real quick for the people watching. So, as you guys see, in the awesome bracket, we've got the Bucks Sun team. In the great bracket, we've got the Warriors, T-Wolves, Jazz, Cavs, Mavs, and Nuggets. And in the good bracket, he's got the Mavericks, Clippers, Celtics, and Hawks. And the rest we'll go through, and I'll let him do it. So, Xavier, how do you feel about your top bracket? Who's your favorite team in the awesome bracket?
To be honest, actually, I don't have a favorite team, but since I like Detroit, I kind of like Detroit Pistons.
Oh, okay. So, listen, you have the Detroit Pistons in the bad part right now. They do have a good player by the name of Jeremy Grant. We'll see if he'll be there next year, but you got a good guy named Cade Cunningham. Young kid out of Oklahoma. Awesome. Love to shoot. So, now, normally, most people like to hear about the most popular teams in the NBA. So, let's go ahead and talk about probably the most popular team in the NBA, which is the LA Lakers, that you got at the very bottom, that you labeled very trash.
It's true.
Okay, to you, why are the Lakers very trash?
They just take shots. That's all they do. They don't even need to three-pointers. They just take shots all day.
And to remind people around the world, do you like LeBron James?
Heck no.
Why not?
He's just a shooter. He just shoots and takes shots too much.
I don't knock it. I don't blame you. Let's see. You have here the bad column. Some people in New York probably won't be happy about this, but it doesn't matter. I love where you're coming from with this. You have the Nets in the bad column. have one of the best players in the world, but their record stink, according to the record. But you said you like the Pistons because you like the Detroit Lions. So
Yep.
I'm not mad at that. Who else do you feel comfortable about dogging on the shit?
Um, Probably the Spurs.
You don't like the first?
Oh, I thought you were saying who I like, not who I don't like. To be honest, it's the Mavericks.
You don't like the Mavericks?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How do you feel about the Boston Celtics, who are third in the Eastern Conference right now, looking like they're going to have a deep playoff run?
Um, Celtics are terrible, but it's surprising they're still in the playoffs.
I love this, by the way. How do you feel about the New Orleans Pelicans, which pretty much everybody hates the name? But how do you feel about the Pelicans?
Um, it's not working.
Your laptop is off?
Yeah, it's off.
It's okay.
Oh, dang it. I gotta enter my password.
You got it?
Yep, it's in.
Okay. Now, you know what? Scratch that. The Knicks are probably one of the most famous teams in the NBA, right?
Yep.
But they're never, never good. I'm so glad that you're in the not okay section. Do you feel bad for any of these teams?
What?
Do you feel bad for any of these teams for being so bad?
Actually, the Sacramento Kings.
Me too. Now, I don't get to talk about them very much, but your Uncle Teddy, his favorite team was the Sacramento Kings. Um, when you get a couple minutes, I'll show you on YouTube why. There used to be this guy named White Chocolate, and his name is Jason Williams. He was the best passer. He was the best exciting passer you'd ever seen. And then they had players like Chris Webber, Bonnie Divac. Everybody loved those Kings, but nobody has seen a good version of the team since. But like I said, we got a couple minutes on YouTube. I'll go ahead and I'll show you. Um, the San Antonio Spurs, you got in the okay section. That's okay. Just from my, just going over what I see. So right now we're watching the basketball game we have. It just past halftime, and the Spurs are down to the Warriors. This is actually an important game for the Warriors because they want to stay in third place above the Mavericks, who are trying to get into third place. The Mavericks are tiebreaker over the Warriors, but they want to try and stay up in so they can play somebody better and have home court advantage. So let me ask you a question because I'm pretty sure your Uncle Daddy's like, well, why did you ask it? If you had to pick two teams, one from the Eastern Conference and one from the Western Conference. So you have Austin in your awesome bracket. You got the Heat, the Suns, and the Bucks. The Suns are on the West Coast, and the Bucks and the Heat are on the East Coast. So do you think on the East Coast championship that the Bucks and Heat will be there?
I mean, they have the greatest record in NBA history, so probably yeah.
Who's got the best record in the NBA right now?
The Buck,
Huh?
the Bucks are defending their title, but the Warriors, I think, I don't remember, but I think
No,
it
it's
was
okay.
the
The Suns
Warriors.
have the best record in the NBA. So I'll ask you about one more team, and then you can ask me whatever questions you want about basketball or about the current NBA tiers the way you got. How do you feel about the Denver Nuggets?
Honestly, they kind like I was never introduced to the Nuggets, but like when I saw them, I was like, what in the world is this team? But then I saw their stats. They're one of the greatest teams ever.
That's cool. All right. Do you have any questions for me about your bracket?
Like a few, but I kinda don't remember.
No, that's okay. Let's go ahead and show the people one more time what your bracket looks like. Again, do you want to start at the bottom who those two teams are
What?
on your bracket? Do you want to tell the two teams that you have in the very trash department?
Yep.
Go ahead and
Wait, what did he say?
tell them the two teams in the very trash department.
The I almost said San Diego Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Houston Rockets.
All right. You know what, guys? This is our first episode, me and Xavier together. Next week, Xavier wants to do his NFL tiers, which he did a month ago about last year's team. We know there's a whole bunch of free agent changes and everything like that, but Xavier is going to give his tiers of last year's teams based on what he saw next week. Is that right?
Yep.
All right. Again, this is our first time. We're going to work out the kinks later because you were right about the echo. I didn't even think about the echo. You were right about the echo. Echo came through, but I turned the phone down, so hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, it's our first time. It's fun. You got anything to say to all the people that's gonna watch our show?
You know everybody. For the people who are watching, you must love sports. And I get that. And an exclusive since I'm here is the jokes of the week.
Yes. Okay. Xavier wants to do sports jokes of the week. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. We're recording on Saturdays and we're gonna post on Sunday mornings. So everybody have a blessed day because Sunday morning me and X gonna be at church. Bye everybody.
So long, stupid.